Hey, what's up, cops? How we doing tonight? Yeah? Hell yeah. We ready to turn up some things about me. I come from a Chinese immigrant family. Anybody else? In therapy? Hell yeah. Alright, cool. We love mental health. Fuck yeah, dude. Yeah. No, I come from an immigrant family. I think one of the hardest things about being in an immigrant family is that we try really hard to hold on to our culture, right? Because I have a Chinese middle name, and my mom told me, she was like, I gave you that middle name so you wouldn't forget where you're from. And I was like, cool, what does it mean? And she said, it means Chinese guy. And I was like, did you give me that middle name, or did the government give me that middle name? You know how fucking embarrassing it is to have a middle name named Chinese guy? It just makes Dan pointless. Because I went to an all-white high school, there were 2 other Dans in my grade, and they gave us all a nickname. The first guy was named Dan, the other guy named Danny, and then I went by Chinese guy. So there was no confusion there, alright? This is a fun crowd. Some other things about me. I'm not from the Bay Area. I come from a town called Boston. Any other East Coast people tonight? Hell yeah, yeah. I get a lot of weird reactions when I tell people I'm from Boston, because this is obviously the face of Boston. And it's a very Irish Catholic town. Like, a lot of times I tell my friends here that I'm from Boston, their first reaction is, but Dan, you don't look or sound like an alcoholic. Like, are you sure? And I hate that. Just because that my family is Chinese, they don't believe that we're from Boston, you know? Because my dad is the most Boston person that I know. He's been living in Boston for the last 30 years. Like, he loves the Celtics, he loves Dunkin' Donuts, and he's racist. I think he makes the cut. And the hardest thing about growing up in Boston is that, like, I was in a minority. I was one of the few Asian kids in my high school. I went to an all-white high school, and I had to do a lot of things to fit in with the white kids. But I tried everything, and they wouldn't take me in. And guys, trust me, I did everything. Like, I tried wearing my cap backwards. I tried going to tailgates. I even dated Asian women. Like, I did that joke in San Jose, and that's the hits there for some reason that I don't know. Like, you guys know? Like, and that's been my whole entire story. I've been like the only Chinese guy that I know. And that's why when I got a chance, I moved to the Bay Area. I wanted to do things differently. I wanted to surround myself with Asian people that understand me, right? The only problem is that when I got here, all the Asian people think I'm Filipino here, so. I got out of the airport, my realtor was just like, here's your new house in Daly City. I was like, it's a 5-minute walk from the clinic. I was like, what? Breakdancing lessons is just 5 minutes away. I was like, what? No. The Bay Area is cool. The Bay Area is cool. I live far away from my family, but I try to keep in touch with them a lot of times. Like, I'm trying to be a good son. I talk to my dad a lot. And my dad, the biggest thing that happened in our family is that he just retired after 6 years of working in this country. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Yes. And that's the thing. I think it's weird for immigrants to retire, right? Because this man spent the last, 6 years of his life just working to the bone. He had no fucking hobbies. What the fuck he was gonna do when he finally quit jobs? And then one day he called me. He was like, son, I think I found my calling. I was like, cool, what is that, Dad? And he was like, I found Uber. And I was like, Uber? You're doing fucking Uber? And that's the hardest thing, is not to convince your 65-year-old dad not to do Uber. Is that he still doesn't know how to use his phone. So you gotta be in the car while he tries to do Uber? You guys ever call Uber and then picked up by 2 Asian people in the beat-up Toyota Camry complaining to each other? Like, It's a father-son experience. It's so fucking embarrassing. I have to back up my dad every time I go. One time we picked up this white lady named Janice. We were trying to take her to the airport. She was just like, wait a minute, I didn't call a shared. And I, trying to back up my dad, would be like, hey, as I roll down my window, hey, shut the fuck up, it's take her kid to work day, alright? Just get in the car, alright? No, my dad is a crazy guy. It's been a crazy time too, because now, like, when he's doing Uber, he's in that phase where now he's trying to drive drunk passengers, right? Alright, those are the people that are gonna go home drunk tonight, alright? And look, we've all been guilty about that, right? And my dad, he complains to me all the time. He tells me, he's like, son, I'm so sick and tired of driving these fucking drunk passengers. All they ever do is they scream a lot, they sing songs in my car, and then they yak afterwards. And then when he told me that, I was like, all right, you made your point. I'm gonna call Lyft next time, all right? You ain't gotta call me to the club, all right? Like, you ain't gotta take me. No, big year change for me. All right, that hit like a minute later for that person, right? There's like a TV delay, right? Big year for me, big year for me. I'm actually a big traveler too. We a traveling crowd here, yeah? Hell yeah, fuck yeah. A couple months ago, I actually just spent a month in Brazil, yeah? Yeah. But the biggest thing I learned about Brazil was that apparently a lot of American men like to go there to pick up Brazilian women because they think they're easy. But the biggest problem is that they still have standards. And look, can we all agree that, like, look, I have no problem if you want to pick up women in a foreign country, but can we all agree, yeah, you got to respect the culture, right? Most of these guys don't even bother learning Portuguese, and I told these guys, I'm like, look, you got to learn some basic questions, right? Some basic phrases like, hey, can I kiss you? Hey, can I take you home? Hey, how much? Like, so I'm fluent in Portuguese, all right? That's what I be. That's what I be. But the biggest change I had in my life is that I tried growing out my hair because I wanted to be sexier. And, all right, we're fucking tonight. Me and that guy. Fuck yeah, dude. But here's the thing, is that I think it worked out too well. Because when my white friends all grow out their hair, they all look like gods of thunder, like Thor. But then when I grow out my hair, especially from behind, I just look like an Asian woman. Like, and I started noticing this after I started getting catcalled on Market Street the other day. Like, it taught me a lot of empathy, right? Because, like, ladies, can we all agree that you guys shouldn't be catcalled on the street at all, right? At all. It's embarrassing. Because one time, I got catcalled by a homeless guy. He went up to me and said, let me see that face, sweetie. And then I turned around and he was just like, oh shit. I didn't mean to holler at a lesbian. Happy Pride Month. I've been Dan Guan. You guys been doing?